Hey, how you doing? I am Chef Jay and this is Culinary Creations. Today we're going to be doing chicken pot pie. It's a quick and easy dish that will allow you to take that chicken that you have and you're trying to figure out what I can do with it, put it together, make a great meal that everybody will enjoy. It keeps you warm, it's nice, it's a hearty dish. We're going to do it two different ways. We're going to do it in individual ramekins, and our individual ramekins are just enough for one person. We're going to make our chicken pot pie in this, as well as a large baking dish. Now you can use a baking dish of any size you want, and depending upon how much chicken pot pie you're trying to make at one time, it'll determine obviously how big your dish is going to be. The other thing we're going to be using today, instead of a typical pie crust, is we're going to be using phyllo sheets. Now phyllo sheets are very thin, it's very nice pastry. I'm going to show you how to lay it over the top. It gives a little bit of a different texture on the top than a traditional pie crust.
Chef Jay brings you another exciting episode of Culinary Creations.
Today's recipe, chicken pot pie. For today's recipe you will need 2 pounds of chicken breast, boneless, and cut into cubes, 3 pounds of white potatoes cut into cubes, 4 cups of chicken stock, 2 cups of vegetables, pepper, salt, cornstarch, 1 cup of heavy cream, olive oil, and for today's recipe we will be using pre-made phyllo dough. In order to get our chicken pot pie started, the first thing we need to do is brown off our chicken. This is truly a one-pot meal. You're going to do everything in this one pot, so make sure it's big enough to get everything. First thing you want to do is you want to get your pot nice and smoking hot. You want to add in some olive oil or whatever your favorite oil is, okay? You're not going to put a lot of oil in the pan. We're not deep frying it. Then you're going to take a little bit of chicken, and you can do this in batches. Now you just want to get a nice sear on this chicken. You're not trying to cook it all the way through. Okay? You want to get the chicken in the pan. You want to get some of those flavors built. You want to get everything nice and cooked partially before you actually put it in chicken pot pie. This is going to reduce the amount of time that it takes for your chicken pot pie to cook, and it's just going to help everything to actually have those flavors started. You don't just want to take everything and dump it into your chicken pot pie, throw your crust over the top, and then throw it in the oven. Okay, so I browned off my chicken. I cooked it. I wouldn't say that I browned it off. I got the process started. I have at the ready a large bowl because everything is going to go into this large bowl. The next thing you're going to do is don't clean out this pan. Don't clean out the pan. What you're going to do is you are going to take some of your chicken stock, go into that pan. Okay. And you want to deglaze that pan. The next thing you want to do is you want to have your cornstarch and your heavy cream ready. What we're going to do is we're going to make a slurry. Slurry is cornstarch and our heavy cream. That's what's going to help thicken the sauce. Keep in mind, with any type of slurry or any type of mixture or any type of thickening agent that you use, it won't come to its full thickening abilities until it boils. So what we want to do is we want to get this nice and hot. We don't want to just, like I said, we don't want to just dump everything into our chicken pot pie. We want to build these flavors. Okay, so our chicken stock has come up nicely. What we're going to do is we are going to add in our cream that I've put in some of my cornstarch. As you can see, this has gotten a lot thicker. The next part of the process is fairly simple. What we're going to do is we're going to take our individual ramekins and we are going to fill those with our filling. Okay? You want to fill it to the very, very top. Okay? So your ramekin should be filled to the very, very top like that. What you're going to do is you're going to take your sauce that you made You're just going to ladle that right on top, all the way to the top, okay? Okay, so I've filled all of my ramekins up, as you can see. What I'm going to do now is I have my remaining mixture, and I'm just going to put that right into my baking dish, okay? Make sure you get all of it out. Make sure it's nice and even. Okay, you want to make it nice and even. And then the next thing you want to do is you want to take the remainder of your gravy that you made, your sauce, and just pour it right over the top. Okay, so our chicken pot pie is molded very nicely. And as you know, I like to do things a little bit out of the traditional or ordinary way. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using phyllo sheets in order to cover my chicken pot pie. I'll peel a little sheet off. Phyllo sheets are very, very thin, okay? What we're going to do is we are going to, and when you're using these, you want to make sure that you have a wet towel that you place over the top, okay? You just place your towel over the top, and that'll keep them nice and moist, so that way they don't dry out on you. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your phyllo sheets, and if you use a pie crust, then you would just take the pie crust and put it around. You're going to take the phyllo sheet, and you are going to make sure that it goes into your ramekin. Now what you can do is in between each layer, you want to brush a little butter, you can. You want to put a little water, you can. Okay? You want to just make sure that you have a nice layer in there. Don't let any of that chicken pot pie get out. Okay? And I want multiple layers. I'm not brushing mine because I want my layers to be individual and nice and flaky and crusty. So we have our large pot pie here. What we're going to do with our large pot pie is similar to the small pot pie. We're just going to take it and layer our sheets in, okay? Now, depending upon, like I say, how you want your crust to set up on the top, you can put a lot of sheets, you can put a little bit of sheets. The beauty of this is you can make it look however you want it to look. And I'm going to give mine a little rustic feel with some folds in it. Okay, so I've covered up my small ramekins and I've just finished off my large ramekin. Like I say, I just want to make it, you know, I don't want to make it too set. I want to give it a little bit of rustic feel on the top. So I'm going to leave mine like that. I'm going to brush it with some olive oil, or you can use an egg wash and pop it into your oven, 350 degrees until it's nice and golden brown, and we'll be back. And there's the dish. Homemade chicken pot pie with phyllo dough crust. Enjoy.